everybody, it's Dr. Joe, and today I'm going to show you 5 ways to correct sitting posture. So let's get started. Disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert. So these 5 tips are going to help prevent low back pain, upper back pain, neck pain, almost any kind of pain that you have, especially if you're working at a desk sitting for long periods. So there's a couple little tricks that you can do to correct that. So the first thing is just going to be to make sure that your hips and your knees are at about a 90-degree angle. And the reason you want those at a 90-degree angle is because that means that you're not hanging your legs off, they're not up this way, they're in a nice neutral position. And so that's going to help prevent some knee pain and some hip pain. So it doesn't have to be exact, but you want it to be pretty much 90 at both. So lifting up your chair, lowering your chair, if you have to put something in your chair to get a little bit higher, you can do that as well. So the next one is to make sure your feet are flat on the floor. This is sometimes hard for shorter people, so you definitely can get something like a stool to put on your feet, maybe a phone book or something that you can just make sure that your feet are flat on the floor. And so that helps make sure that your hips and your knees are at that 90-degree angle. So if you are a little bit shorter and you feel like you're not quite touching or you're having to do this, that's going to make your posture mess up as well, and it's going to cause a lot of pain in the long run. So flat feet, hips and knees at a 90-degree angle. So then the third one is to make sure that your back is in a good neutral position and that it's supported. So the folks at CB Commerce sent me their Yokaro back cushion, and it's really nice because what it does is it has that little bit of curve here, especially at the lumbar spine, to support that. So if you have a chair that doesn't already have the support in there, a lot of times if it's not supported, you end up kind of slouching to get your back into the chair, or you just kind of start hunching over, and then that causes a lot of pain in your neck, your shoulders, and even your back. So having a back cushion like this is really nice because it helps put some support in there, and then a lot of times it will help you sit up straighter because it closes up that space there. This one's really nice because it's got a strap, so you can just put it on there, and it's an adjustable strap, so if your chair is bigger or smaller, you can do it that way as well. So what I like about this one is it's not huge and bulky, so it's pretty easy to put wherever you want. The bottom part where that big curve is, you want that to go right in your lumbar spine right there. And so this doesn't come up very high, but you don't need that. And as you can see, as soon as I put it in there, even though I'm not sitting in a great chair for long term, puts me up in that neutral position. So this cushion is really, really great for that. And it's not big and bulky. You can kind of take it with you if you want to, bring it from your car, put it in your car, put it at your desk, or even bring it home if you want to. So I really like that. It's nice. It's got memory foam in it, so it's not hard pushing on your spine. You kind of just, it sinks right into your specific curve because everybody's curve is different. So I really like that. It's soft, and you can even take the outer portion off and wash it if you need to. So that's nice. So again, upright, correct posture, get that curve supported, hips and knees at about 90 degrees, and your feet flat. And so if you're interested in purchasing the Yokaro back seat cushion, make sure and click on the link up there. So then the next one is, if you're working at your desk, you want to make sure that your arms aren't up here where you're doing or way down low. Sometimes people have that extra shelf where their keyboard is, but that's where you want your height. So if you have one here and one here, but your keyboard's here, that's where you want that neutral position. So you want your elbows to be in a comfortable neutral position. That's usually at about the 90-degree height. If you have to lean forward a little bit, that's okay. It's going to change that degree there, but that's about the height where you want it to be. So you want to be able to comfortably put your hands down, because if I'm down this way, it's going to make me tend to lean forward, and if my hands are up here, then it's pushing me back too much, and it's going to make your arms tired, and sometimes they'll fall asleep, your hands will get cold, you might get that numbness, tingling, prickly feeling in your fingers. So you want it to be in that nice neutral position. And so then the last one is for your neck, and this is important too. So there's kind of a combination piece. You want your monitor to be at eye level, and that's going to help keep your neck in a neutral position. So if your screen's up here, you have to kind of look back in that straining your neck. And if it's down low, maybe like a laptop or something, you have to look down, and then that's going to give you that text neck kind of thing where it's overstretching those muscles. So you really want it to be at eye level where you're looking straight ahead. And if you can't do that, make sure then you're keeping an eye on your neck posture and you're not going forward like this throughout the day. And the best way to do that is just do a couple chin tucks throughout the day. You want your head to be in that neutral position so that chin's not down low, it's not up high, and then just push your chin back where you're just getting those muscles reset there. So you get a lot of chins and then relax. And you can just do that little hold for 3 to 5 seconds and do that 3 or 4 times once an hour, and that will help reset all of that. So just those 5 little tips to remember to do, get your station nice and set up so you're in a good neutral position, is going to prevent a lot of that low back pain, that neck pain, shoulder pain, even booty pain, because if you're not in that neutral position, your hips, you're putting a lot of pressure on your bottom, and that's going to cause that numbness and tingling down your legs. So it's really important to make sure and do all of that. So again, if you're interested in purchasing the Yokaro back seat cushion, make sure and click on the link there, and don't forget to subscribe by clicking down there. And remember, be safe, keep everything feeling good, have fun, and I hope you feel better soon.